I always say that the thumbnail is one of the most important factors for getting views on YouTube. Because the catchier and cleaner a thumbnail is, the more effective it will be to spark interest in the viewers. But if you look at the videos on this channel, all the thumbnails are really bad. There's no way to sugarcoat this. In fact, the thumbnails are completely cluttered with too much text. They look unattractive, not soothing, not eye-catching, basically what's considered not algorithm-friendly. But despite making this mistake, this channel has achieved massive success with consistently high views. Yes, when I was checking the stats, I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and it made me speechless for a moment. They opened it 3 months ago, and they started posting videos just 2 months ago. And within this short time, they have already got 9 million views in total with more than 170,000 subscribers, where a couple of videos themselves crossed 1 million views already. This means it was not a one-time lucky video crossing 1 million views. Instead, they turned it into a system and repeated it across multiple videos. Some videos may not have crossed 1 million yet, but they are very close. Honestly, seeing these stats, I thought for a minute that perhaps my knowledge about YouTube had become outdated. But when I researched more, it turned out, it's not me, it's they who made one mistake but turned it into an armor. Basically, they have actually turned their mistake into their brand, as if they're saying, the mistake is us. Whenever you scroll through your feed, if you are interested in this topic, you instantly recognize a cluttered and completely unattractive thumbnail and think, this is probably them. This directly proves that the content is extremely powerful and relatable, or it solves a strong problem, which is why people still click, still watch, still find value, and keep coming back. So now let's understand how to do this the right way. The channel Nature Lost Vault makes videos around the hidden power of nature, like showing old ways people used to grow food, use plants, and survive. You will learn how soil can be made healthy again, how plants were used for medicine and homes, which wild foods are safe and healthy to eat, what ancient farming wisdom people passed down, how insects help nature stay alive, and easy ways to fix damaged land and grow strong gardens. But that is not the main point. If you watch any of these videos, you will see that all the footage looks like stock footage or real outdoor shots. But it is not actually outdoor filming or stock footage. It's extremely realistic AI visuals. If you find this hard to believe, here is the truth. This is the real power of AI. And today I will show you how you can use the same power for your own videos. So if you've been sitting on the sidelines thinking you need a camera or a film crew to start a faceless YouTube channel, you're about to realize how wrong that assumption was. By the end of this tutorial, you'll know exactly how to replicate what they're doing, with your own unique spin, obviously. And trust me, once you see how simple this actually is, you're going to kick yourself for not starting sooner. And now let's grab a cup of coffee and let's get started with the most important question. Alright, let's talk about why this Nature Lost Vault strategy is genuinely brilliant, because it's not just about AI. It's about choosing topics people are naturally curious about, but never actually research. Think about it. When was the last time you wondered why certain crops disappeared, how people once fed families from a single plant, or why ancient food systems worked without chemicals or supply chains? These things existed not long ago, but almost no one knows how they worked. That curiosity already exists. It activates the moment people see titles like "removed from every seed catalog" or "one plant that replaces 6 industries." This channel is not creating interest. Instead, it's exposing knowledge that people feel was hidden. Each video focuses on a forgotten plant, a lost food, or an abandoned technique that once worked at scale. Viewers stay because it feels like insider information. It explains how something real and practical vanished from everyday life. And you are not limited to obvious topics. You can cover plants that fed empires, crops that regrow for decades, foods trusted by warriors, or techniques that turn barren land into fertile soil. Every topic follows the same pattern. Something important existed, then disappeared. Instead of searching for a niche, you step into one where the audience is already waiting. And once you understand this format, these videos are fast to produce and easy to scale. Let's get into the actual process, starting with coming up with video ideas, because this is where most people overthink things and get stuck before they even start. But I don't want you to do that, because I've prepared a prompt that does exactly this for you. You can find it in the link down in the description, but before we dive in, I want to quickly tell you about my exclusive school community. Inside, I share premium resources, proven prompts, step-by-step systems, and insider strategies that I don't share anywhere else. You'll also get direct access to me, weekly live calls, and a network of creators who are building channels just like you. If you're serious about growing faster and don't want to waste months figuring everything out alone, this community is the shortcut. You can find the link in the description and join today for $199 only. Copy the topic generation prompt from the document and head over to ChatGPT. The free version works perfectly fine for this. Paste the prompt in, and you'll see a placeholder asking how many topics you want. Replace it with whatever number feels right. I usually go with 20 because it gives you plenty of options without being overwhelming. Hit enter, and boom. You've got a full list of video ideas in the exact style of the channel you're modeling. It's all there, ready to go. And the best part? You just saved yourself hours of brainstorming. Now pick one topic that excites you, because the next step is where things get really interesting. Okay, now that you've got your topic, it's time to create a well-researched script with genuine depth and curiosity, something so strong that viewers want to come back again and again. This is not just about writing a script, it is about creating something solid, both deeply researched and exceptionally well written. At the same time, we are doing this with AI. The goal is to eliminate the need to spend hours or days researching facts, cross-checking sources, and then writing from scratch. I have already created a dedicated script prompt for this. What I did was handpick the best-performing videos from the Nature Vault Lost channel. I showed the AI the thumbnail ideas, titles, and full scripts. I trained it to understand how topics are chosen, how research is structured around those topics, and how sentence structure and narrative flow are built inside the scripts. Once the AI fully understood both the research process and the scripting style, I reverse-engineered the entire workflow. I then asked it to act as a prompt engineer and generate a single, powerful prompt. Think of this prompt as a switch. Every time you or I press this switch, the AI automatically performs the research and writes a complete script based on the topic or title you provide. That prompt has already been shared in the document. Simply copy it and paste it into ChatGPT. Do not forget to replace the placeholder with the topic or title you have selected. Within moments of hitting enter, you will receive a fully researched and well-written script. You are free to modify it if you want, but even without changes, it works perfectly. Once the script is ready, move on to the next step, generating AI visuals that feel real and never look artificial. For this, you can use pretty much any AI image generator you like, but I'm going to show you one that works really well for this style. Google has this tool called Google Labs Flow, and it's perfect for creating the kind of detailed, realistic images you need for manufacturing process videos. But first, we need to generate image prompts for all the scenes we need to create based on our script, right? For this, ChatGPT will help us again. Just go to my prompt doc, copy and paste the image generation prompts in the GPT, and don't forget to paste the entire script in the placeholder. Now, as you hit enter, the AI will break down the entire script, decide the scenes one after another based on it, and give you the prompts to generate them. And that's not all. I set the main prompt in such a way that you will also get a video generation prompt for each scene. So, now we can come to Google Labs Flow. When it opens, the workspace might directly go into video generation mode by default. So, switch it to image generation mode. In the prompt panel, customize all the settings, like selecting Nano Banana Pro for the best result, and make sure you set the aspect ratio to 16:9. And then, paste your first image prompt and hit enter. When the image appears, take a look at the quality. If it matches what you're going for, great. If not, edit the prompt slightly and try again. But most of the time, these prompts work on the first try, because they're already optimized for this niche. Once you're happy with the first image, move on to the next prompt and repeat the process. Keep going until you've generated every image you need for your story. Now, I know this sounds like it might take forever, but it really doesn't. Each image only takes a few seconds to generate, so even if you're making 30 images, you're looking at maybe 10 or 15 minutes total. And honestly, this is one of the most satisfying parts of the process because you get to see your video coming to life in real time. But still, I won't deny one fact that no matter what route you take, it will take a certain time and effort from you if you really want to grow on YouTube and earn a decent amount of money. But what if you can't afford even that much time right now? To solve this problem, I created my Done For You program. That is why I created my Done For You program. If you want, you can hire me and my team to create videos for you. We are already running 10 to 20 YouTube channels, and AI Maskman is one of them. These are real channels, real uploads, real results. Instead of you figuring everything out, we handle the work for you. We help you choose the right niche, set up your channel properly, create videos in formats that are already proven, and build a system that can scale over time. I have added a link below where you can book a free call with me. We will talk, understand your goal, and see if this makes sense for you. No pressure, no fake promises. Now let's continue with the video. So, by the time you're done, you'll have a full set of high-quality images ready to animate, and you'll realize just how much easier this is than traditional video production. Now let's turn those images into actual moving clips, and this is where things get even cooler. For this step, I will use the same Google Labs flow, but this time, I will switch the mode from image generation to video generation first. In the prompt panel, customize all the settings, like change text to video to frame to video. The video generation model I will be using is Google's Veo 3.1 because this is, hands down, the best option for this. Set the aspect ratio to 16:9 and choose how many clips you want to generate at once. I think 2 is fine for testing. Now paste one of your video prompts into the text box and hit generate. You can actually queue up multiple tasks while the first one processes, so go ahead and add a few more. When the first clip is ready, check it out. The visuals should look extremely realistic, but here's something you might notice. Sometimes the AI adds dialogue or speech, which isn't what we want for this style of video. Easy fix, just add no speech at the end of your prompt and regenerate. That tells the AI to only include sound effects and ambient noise. Download your clip in upscaled 1080p quality. So now you've got a folder full of high-quality video clips, all generated by AI, and you didn't have to film a single second of footage yourself. Now, we need to create a voiceover for the video, which is the last major component we are left with. And for this, I'm going to use one fantastic tool called DupDub. DupDub gives you natural human-like AI voices that work in nearly 100 languages, and you can even clone your own voice in minutes. Plus, you can easily control speed, pitch, and pauses, so the voice matches your story, video, or lesson perfectly. Just go to the AI voiceover section and you'll see a bunch of options. On the left panel, click Historical Stories, or anything like that which could bring an authoritative and documentary vibe, then pick English and American. Now comes the fun part. Pick a voice. Try different voices and choose one which suits best.
In the quiet shadows of Birmingham, we make our own rules. Cross this bridge, and it's the last mistake you'll ever make.
Many, many years ago lived an emperor who thought so much of new clothes that he spent all his money in order to obtain them. His only ambition was to always be well dressed.
I'm thinking of going with a deep baritone male voice, the kind of tone that instantly creates authority and credibility. So after trying some voices, I decide to go with Jason Hallow voice.
Once upon a time in a small village, there lived a young girl. She was known for her kindness and love for animals.
Now select a chunk of the script, not the entire text, and paste it into the text area in DupDub. You can even add pauses and emphasize certain words for more impact. Now hit generate and listen the voiceover carefully.
They told us protein had to come from fields that obeyed fences, from crops that could be counted, weighed, stored, and owned, from systems that grew in straight lines. But for thousands of years, one of humanity's most reliable protein sources did not behave that way.
When it sounds perfect, hit the export button, and your voiceover is good to go for the final step, editing. For this, you can use whatever editor you're comfortable with. Canva works if that's your thing, but I'm going to use CapCut because it's free, intuitive, and gets the job done fast. Open CapCut and import all your video clips. Make sure you set your project aspect ratio to 16:9 right from the start so you don't have to mess with it later. Now comes the fun part. Drag your clips and the voiceover into the timeline in the order that follows your story. This should be pretty straightforward since you generated the clips based on a specific sequence. Take your time arranging everything so the flow makes sense. Once your timeline is set, you can add transitions between clips if you want. but honestly, they're not necessary for this niche. Most successful channels in this space use straight cuts because it keeps the pacing tight and don't distract from the content. The videos in our reference channel do not use music or background sound, so we will not add any background music either. What we need instead is a clean output with no flashy transitions. That is why no transitions are being used, only hard cuts. And of course, captions will be added by going to the top panel, selecting captions, and clicking AI-generated captions. That's it. Your video is basically done. Export it at your preferred resolution, and congratulations, you just created a full faceless YouTube video using nothing but AI and a basic editor. If you follow my channel, you know I usually explain the thumbnail part in every video. In this case, I won't do that because our reference channel has very poor thumbnails. They don't focus on thumbnails at all. You can follow the same approach if you want, since their focus is elsewhere. Or you can do better by working on both content and thumbnails. If you want help with that, check out our previous videos on where I have also discussed thumbnail creation. You can also use any frame from this video or create a similar image using tools like Google Labs Flow. But I wouldn't recommend copying their thumbnail style, because it isn't really a style. At the very least, try to make a slightly better thumbnail, even if you're new to it. Since now you've got your video and your thumbnail, and the entire process from start to finish took you maybe an hour, maybe 2 if you're being extra careful. That's it. That's the whole system. And if you can't find an hour or 2 in your schedule to create content that could potentially bring in thousands of views, I don't know what to tell you. Let me just say this before we wrap up. This niche isn't saturated yet, but it will be once people figure out how easy it is to create these videos. You have an advantage because most creators still think they need expensive gear or special access. They overcomplicate everything and miss the opportunity. You already know how to do this. You have the prompts, tools, and workflow. Channels like Nature Lost Vault prove that faceless content works. You don't need to be on camera or spend a lot of money. You only need consistency and a clear strategy. This niche is still fresh and competition is low. Waiting for the perfect moment will only let someone else build the channel first. So, pick a topic, generate the clips, make the first video, and once the views start coming in, it will be clear that the only real barrier was thinking this had to be harder than it is. So, are you watching or are you building? And let me know in the comments what other niches you want to learn a framework on, so I can bring you that tutorial for you. And to get more valuable tutorials like this, subscribe to this channel and keep following our work. See you soon. Now let's check out the demo video.
They told us protein had to come from fields that obeyed fences, from crops that could be counted, weighed, stored, and owned, from systems that grew in straight lines. But for thousands of years, one of humanity's most reliable protein sources did not behave that way. It grew where it wished. It fed without asking permission. It regenerated faster than it could be controlled. And that was the problem. This plant did not disappear because it failed. It disappeared because it worked too well. Long before industrial farming decided what food should look like, this protein sustained villages, armies, and entire civilizations. It restored soil instead of draining it. It fed people without demanding chemicals, irrigation, or ownership. And because it could not be easily owned, branded, or monopolized, it was slowly erased. Not destroyed in one moment. Not outlawed everywhere at once. But pushed aside. Restricted. Redefined. Until its original purpose was forgotten. What cannot be controlled rarely survives modern systems. This knowledge was not lost. It was buried. Welcome to Nature Lost Vault. This channel exists to hold what time and industry tried to forget. Not to promote. Not to persuade. But to preserve. If these buried systems matter to you, the simplest way to protect them is to remain here. To return. To carry the memory forward. Now the vault opens. We begin far from factories. Far from laboratories. In a landscape older than agriculture as we know it. The plant had many names. In ancient China, it was called Ma. In India, it was Vijaya. In Central Asia, it appeared in oral traditions as a gift plant. In parts of Africa and the Middle East, it was simply known as the strong seed.